Good morning and welcome to my channel, the Solar Scribe. I have hardly slept. I've had about 3 hours sleep, I think, if that. I was up all night. The energies were really strong. Working on the planetary grids, doing other things, so yeah, I'm very tired. Right, so today is day 3, it's the 3rd of the 4th, 2020, and I got the message, it's the 11th hour. So make of that what you will. I looked up the 11th hour, I've heard it before. It basically says that the work is being done at the very last minute and that it usually indicates a positive outcome. So that's what that is. Right, today I've been asked to give you a colour, which is turquoise. I love turquoise, I use it a lot. So with the number, every day you're going to get a colour as well, and you may want to look at that colour, whether you like it, whether you don't, whether you can integrate it, whether you don't, whether you have negative or positive connotations with it, all that kind of thing really. In terms of the cards today, the Masters, it's a twin flame energy day. Did I say that? No. Yeah, no I didn't. So it's a twin flame energy day. So I did this once before and they want the cards split. So they want the divine feminine on one side and the divine masculine on the other side. For some reason, these are the ones I'm using. Keepers of the Light deck. I may talk a little bit quicker because I'm tired, and when I'm tired I get hyper. Okay, so Mercury first. Obviously these are the male. I had trouble because I said to Spirit, well, what do I do with the Holy Spirit? And what do I do with the Divine Director? Because they're obviously androgynous. And they said, but that's the whole point. Your planet is was in duality of male, female, right, wrong, black, white, dark, light. And that's what the 5D is. You're moving into away from that. And Mary's here again. So Egyptian theme very strong here. So yeah, so there's this confusion around. Right, so there's a story behind Mother Mary. She disappeared out of the deck, and I noticed this morning she wasn't there. And when I looked down the back of my desk, there were about 4 or 5 Ascended Masters cards lying on the floor. So I was kind of, what's happening? Why are you all on the floor? And Mary said, look for the hidden meaning behind the words. Okay, so that's just a cryptic clue. But both of these, Mary Magdalene certainly came out yesterday, so they're really strongly on the Divine Christ Easter timeline. But yeah, she was saying, she's got 2 things to say. Firstly, she's saying that look for the hidden meaning, and secondly, she's saying a lot of starlights are not using the tools that they are given because they were hidden, but they were hidden in plain sight. So you need to, it's at this time we really need to be going in to work out what our gifts and skills are, because we've all got them, and then start using them. Okay, so really strong Egyptian theme. Look at these 3. So it's this 4/4 portal tomorrow. Communication as well is very strong, and I've said if the internet goes down, it'll be through this cosmic gateway. Okay, yeah, thank you. So the Egyptians communicated with each other telepathically, and that's what this is. Through the base chakra, which I've said before, Mary said this before, we're going to be communicating with each other telepathically. If the Isis is giving a nod to the cross of the Christ, but it's transformed into an ankh now. So if it does go down, we've got the 44 Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene energy, which is the angels, who are now going to come in. and that what Mary is saying, the Ascended Masters were hiding because they're encouraging us to bring out our capabilities and our skills. It's time to use them now. No more of this playing around. Can I do it or can I not? Yes, you can. Okay, so romance, which is the twin flame energy. Right, where do you want to go? These two are going to be together. It's going to go in the middle. Right, so again, Mary Magdalene is alluding to Yeshua, son and the Christ. I'll call him the Christ from now on, and I think it's less confusion. So she's alluding to the Christ and dreams. So what she is saying is that people are having religious dreams. Zaphkiel, ecstasy, goodness. Having religious dreams, but what's happening is they are transmuting the old religious energy that is going now. But Mary Magdalene and the Christ can do it through dream state because it's easier when we're all asleep. Well, we're not asleep, but you know what I mean, when we're all led down. So Zaphkiel, come through twice, is talking about ecstasy. Romance and ecstasy. So twin flame energy again, and I said this yesterday, the one and the one makes the three. And there was suspended animation for the twin flames. They were put on hold because we were given an opportunity to elevate the divine masculine and feminine within ourselves. So when we came together with our twin, we were both in a more elevated state. That's the only way I can describe it really. And that is why Mary Magdalene is here on her own, because normally she'd be with the Christ. And what she's saying is we are standing in the 22 energy of being masters within ourselves to allow us then to merge with our twin. And what Mary is saying is when the Christ was going through his trials and tribulations, she stood in her own esoteric power as a divine feminine energy, and that's what we are being called to do now. Okay, right, so I'm going to do the fractals, which are these. First one. Okay, so you'll get keys and codes from these. Right, so what Horus is saying is that the keys, because the colours are the same, the keys and codes are coming through this cosmic gateway on the 4th. Okay. There are so many galactic timelines coming through this portal. It's tomorrow for me because I'm in the UK. So it's the 3rd today, obviously, for us. So the 4th at 11 o'clock. So that's why I was given the number 11. Wherever you are on the 4th at 11 o'clock. So that's both 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. I know there's lots of meditations going around tomorrow. Okay, so that's number 2, the Starseed energy also. Right, so what Isis is saying about this is we all have senses, so we've all got our eyes, 2 eyes to see, but what she's saying is use your backup sense that's behind your physical senses. So you've got 2 eyes to see, yes, but your 3rd eye is vision, and that will come through the cosmic gateway. Horus is the 3rd eye, the eye's here. Okay, so she's saying you will have to, you may possibly have to rely on your galactic senses as opposed to your physical senses, but that's what could be happening when the internet goes off. Okay, this one. Which one? Right, I've left a gap there, so normally when I leave a gap that means some energy wants to come in and take centre stage, so I'm now going to find out what that energy is. Oh, it's Rumi actually, but I'll just pull an animal card before I do that. Right, the polar bear, perseverance. This powerful spirit guide represents strength and endurance as well as acceptance. Surrender to where you are in your life, adapt to your environment and make the best of what you have around you. It doesn't mean you should give up on your dreams, but to exercise patience and perseverance. So that's why I was talking about the internet going off. We need to draw on what we have, on our skills and abilities. It may not, it absolutely may not. I'm not saying that it will. I'm just covering all the bases because the guidance is that there's 3 days darkness, there's 10 days of darkness, there's this, there's that. None of us actually know because his timeline is just right. Number 20, the all-encompassing hand. So again, that's the 2, isn't it? So what Isis is saying, for the Egyptian timeline, they all looked after each other. And we will be doing the same. And the all-encompassing hand is the 2, is the twin flames coming together, and I can see them hand in hand. Okay. Right, I'm going to do an astrology, and then I'll pull the crystals. Okay. Put that there. Right, I pulled all 3 together. So we've got Taurus in the 11th house and Vesta. Sorry, the polar bear's come back in. So what the polar bear is saying is that a lot of starlights, and notice the colour of the polar bear as well, the white spirit. A lot of starlights have been out in the cold for a very, very, excuse me, very, very, very long time. Have been suppressed, repressed, throat chakra has been affected for me now. Not being able to speak up and be heard. Persevere with it is what the polar bear is saying. Because for the twin flames especially, this is what the energy will be. Okay. Right, so we've got Taurus, the 11th house, and Vesta. Vesta is the goddess within. So that's the nod to the risen divine feminine, because she's here. I always see this, any kind of star like this, as the Star of Bethlehem. So this is the Easter timeline. Where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends and social occasions. So that to me is the 11th hour. The Star of Bethlehem, the three kings are trying to find the birth, you know, trying to find the Christ. This is all metaphoric, but the Christ is giving me, you know, messages. So that's what that is. So the 11th hour ties in with the 11th house. It's the 11th hour, but success is imminent. Okay, so the energy around you shows the abundance of nature, rich, earthy and productive in Taurus. So this is still an encouragement to get out into nature. I always see these as timelines, these four, and the Star of Bethlehem in the middle, and all of these different timelines that could have gone on with the three kings. All right, okay, it's right. So in a pack of cards, a king is a number 13, and if you add up the 3 13s, it comes to 444. So that's what this portal is tomorrow. Okay. I've got to be really sharp to follow the the cryptic messages. Right, okay, so Akashic Tarot. I've used these for a while, but they were calling to me today, so let's do that one. Wishes fulfilled, 5 of keys. So that ties in to the 11th house, the 11th hour, where the cosmos grants wishes. So this, to me, 5 keys is the 5th of April. So the 4th after we've gone through the portal. This is the 5th of April and the wishes are fulfilled. So that's what I'm taking from that. Okay, polar bear's coming back in again. Right, so what polar bear is saying is using me as an example. So I haven't slept. Well, I probably had about 3 hours all told. And I spent the whole night listening to music or reading a book or whatever. I share a house with somebody. So it's not like I could get up and go to the kitchen and, you know, I didn't want to wake anybody else up. But what he's saying is, I committed to doing a 13-day transmission. And I said yesterday on my video, unless I chose an exit point and chose to leave the planet, I was doing the 13-day transmission. He said, and you're honouring your calling. You're honouring what you said you were going to do. And that's what that is, the perseverance. It doesn't mean that you should give up on your dreams, but exercise patience and perseverance. And he's talking about strength and endurance. Okay. So using me as an example there, because I was thinking earlier, oh, I don't even know if I can get through this video because I'm really so tired. And my guides are saying, no, come on. You're fine, you're doing it. And I just feel like the Christ is saying, you know, when he had to look at that cross, he kept going with it and he knew he had to do it. It was a journey. Right, 11, the twin flame energy, individuality. So again, this is talking about the masculine and feminine within us that are up-leveling, emerging. Mary Magdalene's an example of that, through the base chakra, through the sacral chakra, to enable us to draw to us our highest positive polarity twin flame energy. Okay. And Zaphkiel is saying that's the same colour. So that's the energy of the twin flame now. It really has been elevated. Okay. Right, I want more information on this. Oh, I'm going to pull a unicorn, but I want more information on this twin flame energy. So I'm just looking at who I can ask for it. Right, the unicorns wanted to come in today. I spread positive energy everywhere I go, and I'm always open to new opportunities. So that's the positive polarity timeline, to keep your energy as elevated as possible. And these not necessarily, the energy is not necessarily conducive to that, but they're asking us to do the best that we can with it. Right, timelines, and right, I'll pull the crystals. Oh, I know which card I need for the twin flame clarification. I'm just going to pull 2 crystals first. Right, first crystal. Wild Compassion, Buddha and Peridot. So this is on a theme from yesterday. We were talking about the green crystals are really helpful at this time. Going out into nature, drinking the water, soothing green colours to look at, soothing green nature meditations if you can't get out into a green space and you haven't got a garden. Green again, Adventurine. This says the unlimited self. So it's that energy of coming through the heart for the abundance, and that's what this is, number 8, abundance. So it's the higher heart, the pink and the green. Okay, so any green crystals be very beneficial. Right, I'm going to pull a dragon, and then let's oh, I need to show you the crystal cards. They're the ones I'm using. Right, we've got Magenta Dragon here, which to me is the epitome of the Divine Feminine, and enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom, awaken your soul memories and higher spiritual understanding, prepare for accelerated ascension. So that's what Mother Mary was saying. We've been elevated, and we're continuing to be elevated, but through the wild compassion and the Buddha, we've got the green as well. So it's through the higher heart, through the pink and the green, the thymus chakra, that we are being elevated and being given this upgrading, up-leveling, whatever we want to call it. Right, oh gosh, upside down. These are next. Right, I'm asking, because they're heart-shaped, and that's the only reason really, I'm asking for a clarification around twin flames, and I'm going to choose 2 cards. That's the first one. I'm not sure if we had that one yesterday. No, I don't think we did. And another one, please. That's the second one. We've had that one before. I recognise that one. Right, this is the first one. These remind me of little ideas of streams of consciousness, but apparently these 2 are going to tie in together. So let me, well, first of all, I'm picking up the 1, and the 1 is the 3. So that's the alchemy, but let's see what it says. A beautiful inspired idea floats through pathways of light, waiting for the right moment to enter your mind and heart. This wonderful idea that stems from your soul will grow and blossom if you nurture it. Keep it safe within your inner world until it is ready to manifest in your outer world. A period of great fulfillment and accomplishment follows. So that's a nod to the 5th of April, I'm thinking, which is the day after the portal, after the 11th hour. Okay, so this one. Do not discount your imagination, for it has great power. Amazing things will unfold for you if you pay attention to your imagination. Respect and honour it, for just below the surface of this seemingly real world, there exists a dreamlike world, full of imagination. What you imagine is not fiction. Very often it can be the beginning of a wonderful new creation. Okay, so they're both talking about creation and imagination and fulfillment, and this is what this stream of consciousness is now, with all these different points of ideas, and through this where that went, through this portal tomorrow, that's what's happening. This one. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So that's what this is happening tomorrow. That's the energy of what's happening. Okay, we're coming into alignment with this energy. Right, this one. Oh, I'll just pull this. The rest for me to pull another card to expand on that one sec. Do this. A new earth. This came out yesterday. A new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. So that's what the 11th hour energy is. Okay. And there are so many starlights and light workers and starseeds and whatever you want to label us as. To right. Okay. Thank you. Right, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. So if you're feeling out of sorts, which I probably am going to be today because of a lack of sleep, they're asking you to do something different that shifts and changes the energy, and it immediately changes the timeline. Timelines are changing all the time. But if you are grumpy or sad or whatever, you need to pull yourself out of that. You need to use your mastery to move that timeline. So you might decide to sing a song or dance or go and bake a cake or do something different to pull yourself out of that energy. Okay. Right, Starseed Tarot. This one, as I said before, these are huge cards to shuffle. Right, 3 of Crystals. I would take this as celebration. It's the Trinity at the top. It's the Christ, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene energy. It's the coming through this altered timeline of this religious Easter recalibration, and I'm taking that as a positive confirmation that coming through this portal tomorrow, we've got these 2 twin flames here, and then the alchemy here. The one is the 3. Okay, so that's a celebration energy, which is always very good to see. Right, this one, Secrets of the Light, Secret Language of the Light, sorry. And then I'm going to pull an Ascended Master for the Soul Rising. Now number 20 is out again. Now if you notice, we've had 3 2s, which is 20. I'll get it right. We had a 2, a 20, so it's 2020. So this, and I've been told this again for this year, there are a lot of soul, there are a lot of books out there waiting to come out from the light from the starlights, and that's what's going to happen. So if you have written a book, I've written one. I wrote it 2 years ago in May, and I still haven't released it. I keep putting it off, and I don't know what's stopping me, but I may work on that tomorrow, going through the portal. Anything, Spirit is saying, anything that you are finding blocked with your writing, please, you know, ask about that tomorrow in the portal. And you will be given answers, is what I'm told. Right, I'm just making sure of... Right, let's pull another 3 Ascended Masters out here. I'm doing Metatron on the numbers. Right, who we got? Right, we've got Serapis Bey, number 5. And Serapis Bey here as well, so he's double. We've got the Air, which is number 3. So that goes with that one. I'll read them out in a sec. I just wanted to pull them all together. Right, okay. So first one is Water, number 6. So we're being really encouraged to bless water, drink water, bathe in it. Interestingly, water is linked to music. Ask Poseidon to link you to the music of the spheres, to sound your perfect divine blueprint and start to reinstate it. Now you're probably already doing this, because I've been hearing tones and keys that are on the planet that are shifting rapidly. I was listening to some this morning when I was just led, after I'd just woken up. So that's the first thing. So the new earth is happening. So that's what this is. Serapis Bey is giving us number 5. So again, this comes back to the 5 keys, wishes fulfilled. So if you feel guided, call upon Serapis Bey in the portal tomorrow and the day after as well. Okay. And then we've got Air, which is oh, okay, thank you. Right, so this is back to the Trinity, because it's the number 3, 33, the energy of the Christ. I invoke Air to carry angel singing around the world and bring hope and peace. So that goes back to the music of the spheres. Okay. The sylphs are air elementals working for the Master Dom and supervised by the unicorns. The unicorn was looking at me then. I was like, what? I'm not really sure why you want to come in on this. Guided to ask the unicorns to direct Dom and his sylphs to spread the qualities of air, enlightenment, ascension, enthusiasm, freedom and divine vision into the mind of those who need them. So what this is saying is our divine inner light matrix crystalline core is online now within us. It's activated. So we're being encouraged to connect to that, but you can ask the unicorns to help you with that. Okay, that's that one. There's something else to come from that in a second. Just give me a second. Right, yeah, I see what you're saying. Right, so we've got all 4 elements here. We've got the earth, we've got romance, the twin flame, fire energy. We've got water, and we've got air as well. So what Spirit is saying is that we are given everything that we need. Call in the 4 archangels, the 4 corners, the 4 foundational stability energies for this portal tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Right, good old Metatron is going to come in and dazzle us with his infinite wisdom. He's laughing at me now. Okay. Metatron wants 3. Okay. The first one. So that's a nod to Mother Mary. I'll bring her out in a sec. So we've got 2 Mother Marys. Tree of Life, travel on. Emotional well-being, we've got, wow, so we've got triple, double, if that makes sense. Right, so we've got water again, number 6. And water on this one is number 7. So, it has been a really turbulent time these last few weeks, and you're being encouraged to call on whoever or whatever will help you get through this, still going through it. So dolphins, crystals, water, anything that is going to help you. Metatron is saying, you know, use your imagination to call on the resources that you have and that you have access to, is what he's saying. Right, Mother Mary. I always see this card as Mother Mary again, number 11. So here we have the Star of Bethlehem again. So as a master teacher, she's basically saying on that timeline, and again we've got the 44 here, the angelic timeline as well. Herself and Mother Mary are standing really strongly on this timeline now, as it collapses, transforms and transmutes. Okay, so it's that twin flame energy. What was the last one, Metatron? Right, this one. Okay, so number 5, the key of life, the keys, tree of life, sorry. The keys we've got as well. So what Metatron is saying, we also have Serapis Bey, that's the 5. So we've got the 555 here, which is the number of action. But it's also the number of 1-point focus. So that's where Horus comes in, through the third eye. But Metatron is saying, which colour do you want to work with? Which colour are you drawn to? You know, do you need the violet flame? Do you need the turquoise that I showed you today? Interestingly, Isis is the turquoise as well. Magic manifesting. So it is a very magical time. Metatron is saying, is asking me to just give you this card. And just, you can pause the camera. And just see which colour you're drawn to. And you may want to, if you've got some time, you may want to look at the Tree of Life and work out what all these are. Okay. So again, that's number 5, so that's the 5th of April. Right, I'll do the numbers and then Metatron will come in with one card. Right, here we go. Now my brain's on a bit of a go slow, so adding them up and all of that could be a little bit slower today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goodness. 8. And right, so this is shadow energy, and this is can be an earthquake, literal or physical. And I know we've been having earthquakes on the planet at the minute, but this again is divine masculine feminine within you through the 0-point energy. So there's going to be a lot of movement on the planet tomorrow, the 4th. Okay, and I'm hearing the joke that most people come out with, which is a Star Trek one, may the 4th be with you instead of the Force. But there is there is backup energy coming for us. It's here already. Okay, right. Where am I going, guys? Right, 66 is the number of healing. But 66 is also going from the materialistic patriarchal system to the heart system. Okay, so what this is saying is this what's the word? I can't think of it. This crossing over from material to heart is happening, as we know, because financial structures are collapsing all over the place. But we're being asked to be patient. This is where the polar bear comes in, with the perseverance, because there's healing of timelines around these finances, and you know that it's happening, it's inevitable, we can't go back, we've started it now. So it is what it is. Right, the 8 and the 9, the 8 and the 9 and the 8 are wanting to come together. Right, so this again is a nod to shadow work. And this 8 and this 9, so this would be the, I always get the chakras mixed up. Whichever the 8th and 9th chakra are, heart's 4, throat 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be the soul and the stellar gateway, probably, the star crown chakra and the stellar gateway anyway. The crown chakra especially is being it's changing colour. The colours are changing. They're getting overlays. Oh right, Metatron, that's what this is. They're changing colours and they're getting overlays, so that's all these different chakras are getting a change of colour. So you might pick your heart chakra, but it could actually have an overlay of orange on it. That's what that is. So look at the chakras, feel into the energy and see you know what's going on with your chakras. Right, okay, the last two. Right, diamond light crystalline energy, the 13, and the jack is always the 11, so that's 24, so that's the 6. So all right, okay, thank you. Right, so the 3 and the 6 together make 9. The 3, 6, 9 is, as you know, sacred geometry, is the number of creation. So through this diamond crystalline light within us, that's what these portals are. So that's the 4th. Sorry. Start again. That's the 2nd, today's the 3rd, and that's the 4th. So again, it's a nod to think about your number sequences. When you look at them, what's happening, what are you doing, what are you manifesting, what are you imagining? Okay, so today's yesterday and today's twin flame energy, which is the 2, today's the 3rd, and tomorrow is the 4th. So there's going to be a big ramping up of this divine crystalline energy within us. Gosh, that was a bit of a one. Right, Metatron's going to come in with the last card. $55. So we're back to the 5s again. Safety, strength and power. So this is the base chakra. This is what Mary Magdalene has been saying all along, going through this timeline. It's through the base chakra. The base chakra is changing significantly. We are safety, strength and power in numbers. Okay, that's what this is. That's what this energy is tomorrow. And 55 is the 10. And when you look at the 10, it's the divine masculine, feminine within us. Through the 0 point energy tomorrow, which is being balanced. So 55 is a number of balance because it's 5 on one side and 5 on the other. Okay, so we've got this. We've absolutely got this through the base chakra. Okay, so I hope that was useful. Thank you for listening and watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.